Here's America's pastime. We'll see the Chicago White Sox as they play against the Texas Rangers. Major League Baseball, only on 2K Sports.
How to describe him? Well, how about as a winner? Mark Burley, he'll be putting his stuff on display here today. Here with Steve Phillips and John Kruk, I'm Gary Thorne. This end of April MLB game. We are at the home of the Rangers here in Texas to take a look at their ball club today. And we're going to see Scott Feldman, the starting pitcher. And as he looks at this White Sox lineup, what are they going to see from him today?
Scott Feldman out on the mound, an interesting guy. He used to be a submarine pitcher that they now moved up above, thrown over the top. And it's been a great transition for him. He's got command of his secondary pitches, quality command of a fastball, and he throws strikes. He gets a lot of ground ball outs.
Presented by Pepsi, we'll show you the lineup Ozzie Guillen's got going. Scouting report, John. How about some picks?
Well, the potential's there for Alex Rios to be a productive hitter. So let's see if he can provide some offense for his team today, because they're going to need it.
And Posednik's batting. Last night, Rangers picked up the win. The three-game series split now at 1-1. A win here. They'll take the series 2-1 against the White Sox. Passes up a ball this time and swings for a strike that's in the dirt. They take care of business in that last one. Got to think this is a very tough team right now.
Well, absolutely, Gary.
Feldman quickly ahead, 0-2.
Well, a great pitch right there. Threw in that slider, hit her just out in front of it. Swung early, came up empty.
The 1-2 on its way. And Kinsler picks it up. On to Davis. That's one away. Now a chance to see how the Rangers defense looks. But Steve, anybody stand out?
Well, Elvis Andrus is one of the more exciting defensive players in the game today. This kid has a hose of an arm, and he has great range to run the ball down up the middle or in the hole.
And in the batter's box, it's Ramirez.
And Alexi Ramirez is a guy who can do a lot of things offensively. Kind of like an Alfonso Soriano guy who can hit the ball out of the ballpark, but he can also hit for a high average.
Swings at that first delivery. Curveball by him, 0-1. Alexei Ramirez, first seen in the 06 World Baseball Classic. He had an impressive series. A lot of scouts hoped, and the White Sox were the ones that got him.
Well, and he started out in 2008 as their second baseman. 2009, he got switched to shortstop, his more natural position, and he seemed to handle it very well.
Here's the pitch. And Ramirez fights off yet another during this at-bat.
Well, you can tell right there that the batter is in protection mode. Anything close, he's just trying to put it in play. The fact that he fouled it off will keep this at-bat going.
A swing and a miss. Alexei Ramirez is retired.
Got him to chase that ball down and away. Good pitch, not real good execution by the hitter.
Drilled towards third. And there's Young for out number 3. And so Scott Feldman gets him. That's a 1-2-3. He gets through the first inning without allowing a hit. Mark Burley is going to be pitching. He's going to start for Chicago. Gets into this Texas lineup, John. What do you think he wants to get done?
Well, don't blink your eye on this one, because if you do, you're going to miss some pitches from Mark Burley, the quickest worker in all of baseball. When he gets it, he throws it. There's no wasted time. He has a low pitch count. He throws a fastball, a curve, a changeup, a slider, a cut fastball. He throws them all for strikes, and he uses his defense. He doesn't strike out a lot of guys, but he keeps the ball in play and down in the zone.
Just off the outside, and it's 1-0.
Well, this guy's changeup is so good that a lot of hitters almost forget about his fastball, but it's that speed differential that makes it so effective.
And Kinsler watches that one outside. The master of changing speed, Steve, as you were talking about, makes that changeup that much better.
And what makes him so good is the ability to throw that changeup for a strike and have the courage to do it.
Here's the 3-0 pitch. Now Kinsler, a 3-1 count. He can be selective.
Well, he gets the strike, and it was just a get-me-over pitch right there. He better not throw that same pitch on 3-1, though.
That's in there to make it 3-2.
Well, made good contact in the game last night with 4 hits and getting the good part of the bat to the ball.
Swung and a fly ball. That one's caught. Brought to you by Pepsi. Here's how the Rangers will line up on offense. In our scouting report, John, who are we watching for today?
Well, Chris Davis is a guy that's eager to show his team that he can be an everyday major league player. He has the power potential to do it. Problem is he swings and misses an absolute ton. He has to be more consistent, and he's working on that to put the ball in play more and do more damage at home plate.
And this at bat already 0-1. First pitch was a strike.
Well, one area the Chicago White Sox are looking to see some improvement over 2009 is their team defense has got to get better.
Well, the White Sox defensively, 113 errors, second worst in the American League. You are not going to win baseball games when you're giving up all those extra chances now.
Well, no, not in that division and not in any division, especially in the American League, where the DH is so...
Shot towards the hole, and that one's going to drop in. That's their first hit. And a moment to check out the defensive alignment for the White Sox. What do you like out there, Steve?
Well, they're confident with Alex Rios out there. Just a solid all-around defender with a strong throwing arm. He's a quality defensive player.
And this is hit in the air, foul down the left field line. Tried to track that one down, but comes up empty. And Hamilton takes off. And he is safe at second. Headed for the middle. Look out. Oh, right back up the middle, and the pitcher did not get out of the way. Some good work, Mark Burley. Works his way up. Glad you're with us this afternoon. Some fans bundled up in their jackets, a little chilly.
Carlos Quentin.
Leading it off, Carlos Quentin. He's the league leader in hits. Cut fastball, swung on and missed, 0-1.
Such a consistent, productive, professional hitter. You know, one of their best bats in the lineup, Gary.
That's a foul ball. Swing and a liner to right center. And it falls in. Hitting streak continues. Here's Quentin stretching it.
Now breaking down Carlos Quentin's season so far, let's see how he stacks up compared to everybody else. First in batting average, first in hits, and he's also first in on-base percentage. That knack of getting on base better than anybody else. He can spoil a pitcher's pitch, work the count. He knows the strike zone extremely well.
Here's the delivery. Well, maybe he needs a little vision clarity here. That one he went after, and it was clearly in the dirt. Here's the pitch. Hit hard on the ground to short. One away. One out. And Alex Rios at the plate. And one of the top 10 averages right now. Good rip on that one, but he missed it on one.
Consistency, professionalism. He never seems to give up an at-bat, Gary. He's so locked in this year.
That's hit foul by Rios. This is swung on, lifted to deep right field. It's off the wall on a hop. There's the throw. And Quentin's home. This one's pretty well hit to deep left center. This one rolls through to the wall. And the throw. And Rios comes in. Boy, the continuation here of this offense is called big-time momentum.
Number 25, Mark Tian.
Good pitch down low, Steve, but a better at-bat.
Well, he did a real nice job going down in his swing to get that low ball to be able to pick up the hit.
And here's Martian. Well, they've definitely got a rhythm going right now, each player feeding off the other.
Well, you have to credit this lineup, Gary. Some quality at-bats right now, and taking advantage of the opportunities, and now they have a lead.
And that last pitch got him dancing, settling back in now. Hit hard to second. And Kinsler picks it up. And that'll set down Tian.
Let's take a look where the Texas Rangers ended up rank-wise last year in the American League. Second in home runs, second in stolen bases, and an offense that can slug the ball, not settling for singles. They go up there looking to drive it, third in the league in slugging percentage.
Lined hard down the left field line. And this could be extra bases heading towards the corner. And they bring him home.
Coming to bat for the Chicago
He
White
goes
Sox,
right with the
left
pitch and
fielder,
slaps the ball into left field.
And if you try and pull that pitch, you're probably not even going to get the bat on it.
That's a ground ball to second base if he pulls that one.
And Posednik's batting. Just one player picking up after another, Steve. This is a good offensive show going on, and they're climbing the ladder with it.
That last hit puts a little bit more daylight in this lead right now, Gary. They keep tacking on early.
Deep down the line and right. That one, a one-hopper off the wall. There's the throw. And EKSA crosses the plate. This lineup just feeding off itself in this ball game. Opportunities and execution.
Alexi Ramirez.
Runner in scoring position at second with two down. Gets back in time. And Ramirez settles in. First pitch to deep right center. And that one's put away to retire the side. Well, pitching struggles here as this offense just explodes in the second. The White Sox on top 4-0. And Young's in the box.
Third baseman, number 10, Michael Young.
Swings and hits this one. Going to be fielded by Rios. Though Young is retired. That's one away.
Number 19.
And Chris Davis to bat.
Well, back in July of last year, Mark Burley threw that perfect game for the Chicago White Sox. And I tell you what, kids, if you're watching a guy and you can't throw 95, 96, take a good look at Mark Burley. He'll teach you how to pitch.
And Quinton pulls it in. That's two gone. For Mark Burley, if any pitcher deserved to have a no-hitter, you gotta give it to him because he pitches games, John.
Well, he absolutely does. And the great thing about Mark Burley is he works so quickly that your defense is ready to go on every pitch. There's no lull in the game when he's out there.
That one's grabbed. Side retired. Well, that's one way to keep your pitch count down. They wrap that inning up with 3 pitches. Texas still hoping to put something up. And Paul Konerko to lead it off. He's the league leader in ribbies.
Number 14, Paul Konerko.
And he starts Konerko out. This one swung on and driven hard. And Hamilton's going to play it. He comes up with it easily here.
Let's take a look at some of the rankings in the American League and really where the Rangers sit right now. Second in stolen bases, third in walks, and a pitching staff that has power stuff that can hit their spots, showing they can get it done. Top 5 ranking in strikeouts. Power arms on this staff.
Shots him out with a cut fastball for a strike.
Coming off a good ball game last night, picking up 2 hits in that one.
The pitch, hot shot towards the hole. And he steps on first. That's the second out.
Second base.
And Beckham's in the box. Grounded out his last time through. First pitch on the way. That one swung on, hit in the air deep to left field. And it's off the wall and left. And he pulls into second base. That will be a double.
Center fielder, number 51.
2 outs and a runner on second. And he starts Rios out. Swing and a miss on the cutter. 0-1.
Well, the batters can expect to see his bread and butter, that cutter today, Gary. A lot of guys are going to commit early. They've got to try to get a read and keep that pitch over the plate.
And the tag is applied, side retired. So they pick up a hit but leave a man at second and fail to score. White Sox 4, Texas nothing. A look now at Ron Washington. This has been a test here today for him and his team. And that one's too high, taken for a ball as Burley tried upstairs.
When you throw a two-seam fastball, you want a ground ball, which means you want to throw it to the bottom of the zone. This pitch up could come back to cost him later in the game.
One on the way. Swung on, grounded towards the hole. And that'll set down Murphy.
Designated hitter.
And Bourbon settles in.
Well, one of the reasons the Rangers were more competitive in 2009 was the success they had playing against the American League Central.
He swings and nails a liner. And it's caught by Ramirez. You wonder whether the Rangers' record against the Central at 21-19 was even good enough. Maybe should have been better.
Absolutely should have been better. We're talking about one of the weakest divisions in all of baseball, the American League Central.
Now a swing and a shot toward second. He'll throw on to first, and that'll do it for this half inning. Only 5 pitches to get out of that inning. That'll rest your arm. The White Sox still ahead. It's going to be Przinsky. He's been playing a lot of time, 13 years at the major league level. Pitch on the way. There's a swing, line drive, center field. And that one is in there, his second hit today.
Now coming to bat.
Well, a nice piece of hitting right there. You get on base to start the inning with no outs. And you know, all it does is you want to just keep the line moving if you're the guys behind him.
And Martin to bat. One of the best batting averages in the league. Here it comes. That one goes foul.
Well, he's having some kind of offensive season, Gary, really in the middle of everything this team's doing offensively.
Hit sharply towards the hole. Over to second for one. Back to first, not in time. Not quick enough on the relay.
Although it's still early on in the new baseball season for the White Sox, let's take a look where they sit in the American League. First in doubles, first in batting average, and they're also the #1 team hitting with runners in scoring position. That batting average, driving in runners, this lineup knows how to hit in the clutch. They're patient, they let the ball come to them, and then they deliver.
And Mark Kotsay up. 271 his lifetime average off the Rangers. And that slide, the throw is there, though. He is out at second.
Well, they get the lead runner at second, but they just couldn't turn 2. No, they wanted to.
First pitch, here it comes. There's a swing and a liner. Makes its way through, base hit to center. Fantastic chance here.
There's not much surprise right there, Gary, that he got that hit. I mean, the pitch is right down the middle. You see it so well when that pitch is down the center of the plate. Great timing, great piece of hitting.
And in the batter's box, it's Ramirez. And at the plate, one of the tops in runs scored, top 5. Throws to first in time. That's 3 down. Leadoff hitter, Elvis Andrus. third career at bat, so 1 for 2 against Burley. Now Brzezinski positions himself, lined up the middle. Beckham able to pull that one in. And it's Josh Hamilton at the plate, 1 away. In the top 10 in walks, not a bad list. Hamilton gets set. Here's the delivery. He sends this one in the air towards center. The catch, and he has it for the second out. Here's how the Central Division race is shaping up in late April, courtesy of State Farm. First place, the White Sox. In the second spot, the Twins. In third place, it's the Royals. Fourth place, the Indians. And rounding out the list, the Tigers.
Not a lot of expectations in Chicago this year, but the White Sox surprising everybody, sitting atop of the American League Central right now and building that confidence level.
And the first pitch. That's it, foul by Cruz. Mark Burley gets that important strike, 0-2.
Well, Gary, they just have not been able to mount any offense here today. I mean, 1 hit into the 4th inning, and obviously haven't scored any runs, so they're going to have to change their approach at the plate.
A shot up the middle. Beckham throws on to first in time to retire the side. So Mike Burley gets him 1-2-3. We're through 4 here at the ballpark. Last couple of hours, maybe even before the game started, it's been pretty comfortable weather, partly cloudy. And Paul Konerko to lead it off. He leads the American League and runs batted in. Here's the delivery. Swung on, line to right field. That's 1 away. Here's what's next for the Rangers. They wrap up the Chicago series today. They'll meet with a fellow AL West foe, the Mariners, at Safeco Field. That'll be a 3-game series. Then they take on division rival Oakland. Great series there. That's quite a few road games coming up, and that's always challenging. Shot back to first. And in there, he's 2 for 3 today. That's going to bring Gordon Beckham up.
Well, he did his job right there, getting on base. Now with 1 out, let's see if they can move him around and get him in scoring position. You talk about Gordon Beckham and the fact that in his rookie season he hit .270 in 2009. That tells you that this kid has a lot of discipline at the plate.
Pitcher gets a little help right there. A dirt pitch for a swinging strike. Beckham, he makes contact, line drive. That should be a base hit. And that's going to plate Alex Rios.
0-1 mistake right here. He throws it over the heart of the plate, and he pays for it.
In the top 10 in hits. And he starts Rios out. He waved at that breaker and misses, and an 0-1 count.
One thing they know they can count on in this lineup is his bat. He has been
swinging a hot shot. Tremendous situation now for the White Sox.
Nice piece of hitting right there. He manages to drive that high 0-1 pitch for a base hit. Good patience, good pitch recognition.
Sure looked like the hitter decided he wasn't going to get behind 0-2. He was going to wail.
He was aggressive, no question about it. Got a pitch he could handle and took advantage.
Here's a swing and a liner to left center. And it gets down as Quentin crosses the plate. And the second run comes around. And Rios comes across to score. And he pulls into second base. Good enough for 3 RBIs.
Number 25, Mark Tien.
Well, anytime you're a hitter and you can get 3 hits in a game, you're going to see that average start creeping up to where you want it to be. And he's on now with 1 out.
Mark Tien looking to knock in a run. Well, definitely not an overstatement to say this offense may not be stoppable today.
Well, that might just about do it, Gary. I mean, that last hit, right now this lineup's on fire. It's a huge lead. We're in the middle innings. It's going to be awfully tough for them to catch up.
Fastball got him 2 down.
Here's the four-seam fastball coming at you in K-Cam. Get a better look.
Number 30.
Well, he just looked overpowered on those 2 fastballs.
John thought timing that time just didn't seem to be there in the at-bat.
Well, and a strikeout like that will give the pitcher a lot of confidence.
And here's Mark Kotsay. Nothing yet in 4 ABs last year against the Rangers in Texas. That one is in there and should score Pierzynski. He throws, and Pierzynski comes in.
Stepping up to the plate.
Well, this is a guy right here that was made to hit fastballs, and that's what he looks for, and that's what he got right there. Put a good swing on it. He knew what to do with it for that double.
Runner on second and 2 outs. First pitch to him. Fly ball deep left, but it'll end up in the seats foul. Hot shot towards the hole. And again, this lineup right now on fire. Now look at the standings in the Western Division as we get through the first month of the season. It's brought to you by State Farm. First place, the Angels. In the second spot, it's the Rangers. The Mariners, third place. And in the fourth spot, the A's. And a shot here for Alexi Ramirez, 2 down. He's in the top echelon of hits right now. And Ramirez settles in. First pitch. Deep to left field. Off the wall and left. And he's on his way to third. And Kotsay crosses the plate.
Stepping up to the plate.
Get to take a look at one here that probably should have ended at first base.
Well, he had the burners on coming out of the batter's box and rounding first base. Great aggressiveness on his part. He didn't let up, and he gets in safely.
No indecision when he got to first base.
That's how you get in safely to second.
Here's a swing, a fly ball deep down the line and right. And that's the third out. That'll do it. Boy, a manager loves to see this. They strike for an enormous inning. White Sox continue to run away with this ball game. None other than Ozzie. That's Ozzie Guillen. All right, now his lineup is in overdrive. Exciting bit of run production. A good way to keep your manager happy. First delivery to Young. Swing, hot shot. Beckham. 1 away. Now look at the teams who led the league in extra base hits last year. Brought to you by State Farm. Number 1, the Yankees. Second, the Rangers. Third spot, the Red Sox. Fourth, the Jays. And at number 5 on the list, the Rays.
Well, anytime you have a whole team of guys who can hit for extra bases, it makes the defense spread out so much, and it gives you room to do other.
Now here's a grounder towards the hole. And Ramirez fields the ball. And that sets down Davis.
Well, these hitters are just lost up there right now. I mean, they have to think about changing their approach. I mean, 12 hitters in a row retired. At some point, you lay down a bunt or you try to go the other way. You got to try something.
It's taken for a ball. Bottom dropping out on that Burley pitch. The pitch. And he takes a strike on that fastball. 1-1.
He's just popping that glove with that four-seam fastball, pounding the strike zone.
Good time to call for that changeup. 1-2. One-two pitch coming. That swung on and flied to right. That one's grabbed. Side retired. In, out of the inning. 6 pitches and it's over. The Rangers still looking for a run. Leading it off, Carlos Quinton. Leading the MLB in batting average.
20, Carlos Quinton.
The first pitch. Swings, hits this one pretty well. Deep right center. Off the wall on a hop.
Well, breaking down Carlos Quentin's season so far, let's see how he stacks up compared to everybody else. First in batting average, first in hits, and he's also first in on-base percentage. That knack of getting on base better than anybody else. He can spoil a pitcher's pitch, work the count. He knows the strike zone extremely well. Gary, he can really swing the bat. Just a quality approach at the plate, day in and day out. That consistency is critical to their success.
And Saltalamacchia is setting his target. Strike two. Gordon Beckham now will have to keep an eye out on the strike zone. Swing and a miss on the breaker. One down.
I just don't think you can make it any easier than that.
3 pitches, up, down, see you later. He's already back on the bench. With a runner on second, Alex Rios up.
And the 2009 season was a big disappointment for Alex Rios. Starting out.
There's a swing and a liner towards the gap in left field. Now it's 2 down. And he looks that runner back to second base.
Now batting for the Chicago White Sox. Catcher.
It's going to be Brzezinski. Last time up, he cleared the bases with a double.
He's driven in 4 runs. Good production offensively, and that's why they're ahead.
Two outs and a runner on second. Here's the first pitch. There's a swing. A ball hit high and deep. Straight away left field. Over the wall. A 2-run home run. He really blasted that shot. It's good for a couple of runs on a pitch away.
Oh, pitch up and away. That's a tough one to hit. The pitcher provided a lot of the power there.
And here's Martinez.
The Chicago White Sox. Third baseman. Number
2 outs, base is empty.
Martinez.
Here's the pitch. Cut on and missed 0-1. And a big offensive day, Steve. Like you said, they've just got the bats rolling today.
Tough. Going to be very tough for them to come back right now. The power numbers being there. I mean, 3 innings left, but an awful lot of offense.
Hard grounded to short, and that'll put Tien on first. That'll bring up Mark Kotsay. And while you're celebrating Cinco de Mayo, we hope you'll tune us in. It'll be Kevin Euclid and the Boston Red Sox. They play host to the Los Angeles Angels. That game has a start time at 7 Eastern.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm really looking forward to that matchup. I mean, that's got a chance to be one heck of a ball game.
Runner on first, 2 away. Here's the first pitch to Kotsay. It's strike 1. Can't make contact on the fastball. He went 2 for 7 last season off the Rangers. Andrus. And he throws on to first. That'll retire the side. And they add a couple more runs here and extend their lead even further. White Sox continue to run away with this ball game.
Left fielder, number 14, David Murphy.
First pitch, here it comes. Swing, soft liner towards right center. And that gets down. Murphy's got a single. That brings up Julio Bourbon. State Farm Leaderboard recaps the biggest group of thieves last year in the league. Number 1, the Rays. Second, the Rangers. The Angels third. The A's fourth. And it's the Red Sox number 5.
Well, there's nothing like the stolen base. To me, as a guy who couldn't steal a lot of bases, it is still fun for me to watch because I love watching these guys, the way they tinker with the pitcher, the way they make the pitcher work, and that cat and mouse game between them, the pitcher, and the catcher about pitch outs and everything else makes it so exciting to watch. And this team, one of the best in the league last year at stealing bases.
This one foul back.
Well, anytime you're down 0-2, the bottom line is you want to be able to cover the whole plate. You can't look inside, you can't look outside. You have to just swing and protect in a defensive mode. That's what he did there on that pitch on the outer half of the plate to foul it off and live to see another pitch.
Boy, what a time now to capitalize if they can. That's a really good pitch, Steve, and an 0-2 offering to keep that down and in.
That's a perfect pitcher's pitch. At this point, you've got to tip your hat to the batter. That's a solid job.
And here's Ian Kinsler. He's got the best average in the division. That one fouled off by Kinsler.
Oh, he's having some kind of season this year, Gary. Really the guy leading this team's offense and some kind of offensive production.
Kinsler again fouls it off.
Well, you're told with an 0-2 count to spread out your stance and to choke up on the bat so you can put the ball in play. Better control of the bat, and that's what he did right there. That 0-2 pitch, just barely getting enough of it to put it in foul territory so he can continue this at bat.
Here's the first pitch, and that's swung on and hit. Rios. That's the second out of the inning. And a chance to check out the schedule for the White Sox. We wrap up this Texas series today. They continue on another road series. The Yankees hosting that one. That's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then the Royals come into town. That'll begin a homestand. A team that will definitely give them a competitive series. And Josh Hamilton will swing here with 2 runners on. He gets walked a lot. The American League has him in the top 5. Hamilton gets set. Here's the delivery. That one fouled off by Hamilton. Mark Burley gets that important strike, 0-2.
You know, Gary, you're right. I mean, as a walks leader, he has such patience at the plate, and that's the kind of patience that really rubs off on teammates.
And that half inning finished with a strikeout. So they're shut down again. That's 6 shutout innings so far. The White Sox still ahead. And Posednik's batting.
Left fielder, number 24, Scott Posednik.
And the first pitch. Here's a swing and a line drive. In time for the out.
To the plate for the Chicago White Sox. Shortstop, number 10.
And in the batter's box, it's Ramirez. He's had 1 hit 4 times up. Line shot into center field. And that's a base hit. Ramirez on board with a single. And that'll bring up Paul Konerko.
Alexi Ramirez's season so far. Let's take a look at where he ranks compared to everybody else. 4th in hits, 5th in doubles. And he's also ranked in the top 5 in hitting with runners in scoring position. A guy that's delivered in the clutch, getting it done, and being a run producer for his team.
1 down, runner at first. And he starts Konerko out. Ground ball to Davis. That's 1. Back to first, not in time. 1-2, won't get it.
Up to the plate.
He makes a nice play to get the lead runner at second base with a strong, accurate throw. Good footwork. They just couldn't get the double play.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on that curveball. It's 0-1.
2 outs in this inning, but a man on first base. And Gary, they've just got to find a way to get it out. Get a ground ball, get the force out at second. Get in there and see if you can't score some runs.
Fastball swung on and missed. Side retired. That's called short work of 3. Took 6 pitches. Stretch time in Arlington. Heart of the order due to bat next. Leading it off, Nelson Cruz. Grounded out last time.
Number 17, Nelson Cruz.
Here's the first pitch to Cruz. And Burley gets it by, called strike, and the count will go to 0-1.
Tough to score with only 3 hits in a ball game, and we're deep into this one right now. So unless something dramatically changes, he's just going to shut them down the rest of the way. He's been overpowering.
Pitch on the way. Ball. Oh, tough one to lay off right there. That fastball. 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Strikes him out. We have said it more than once today, but he continues to look extremely sharp, Steve.
He's so locked in. You wonder how long he can keep it going. I haven't seen anybody pitch like this in a long time.
One away. Michael Young gets set.
Well, Michael Young continues to be a mainstay in the top of the order for the Texas Rangers, and that's just going to continue throughout his whole career no matter where he is, because this guy is just an unbelievable hitter. I love the fact that he has the ability to hit the ball the other way and the other way with power. That's why he hits so many doubles, and that's why he always is at top of the league leaders in extra base hits.
Though Young is retired, the question is, can he keep this going?
Now, you know what? It's different for every guy, but from what we see today, he is locked in, dominating stuff, and he looks strong.
And he takes the ball 1-0. Burley's pitch taken for a strike, 1-1.
A nice four-seamer right there. That one's clearly on the outside corner. He hit the spot.
Off the mark there, ball 2. Two and 2 the count.
Well, if he could throw this cutter down and away like this, he's going to be very effective. That's an outstanding pitch.
Davis making contact, but he'll foul that one away. Swung on, grounded towards the hole. And he's out at first. Good hustle by the pitcher getting off the mound.
That's a good heads-up play. You know, you have to know the hitter and his speed. Don't hesitate. Get over and beat him to the bag.
And now that's 7. Count them, 7 shutout innings going.
I think he's got the stuff to do it, Gary. I think he wants to finish the rest of this game. He's got the legs.
Texas still hoping to put something up. And Beckham's in the box.
You know, they're losing a little bit in the defensive department with this change. It may be geared more toward offense. It's just odd to make this move right now.
It's fouled away. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He's in the hole. 2 strikes.
Well, anytime you recognize a slider, you got to be very patient with it. You can't be over anxious. You got to stay back, and then when you see it good enough, let it fly.
Able to set him down there. Chalk that one up as a strikeout for him.
79 on the gun, and look at the break on that pitch on KK.
And he starts Rios out. First pitch, and he misses the fastball. Strike 1. Here's the pitch. That's a strike. Feliz takes the count to 0-2.
Well, that's exactly where you want to throw that breaking ball. You started on the outside part of the plate and let it break away. That's what he did, and he got him reaching.
Well, that's a shot into the stands right there. That's just self-defense, but a nice play.
Ought to be a collection taken by those around him. He just saved somebody a big-time hurt and got one of his own.
That had to sting a little bit.
And it's going to be Guerrero. And he gets over and grabs it with the left. It's going to be Brzezinski. He homered earlier in the ballgame. 2 outs and nobody on. First pitch on the way. That fastball gets by him on the first pitch, 0-1.
Well, how about a chance to get through an inning without any base runners and without any runs? I mean, they've been blowing out in this one so far. Put a zero, put a 0 up there, and let's see if the offense can get it done.
Fastball swung out and missed, and the side's retired. And they aren't able to make any noise here in this half inning. And here are the Rangers, bottom half of the 8th inning.
Leading off the bottom of the 8th inning.
In the batter's box, Saltalamacchia. He's going to lead off the home half of the 8th.
Jared Saltalamacchia.
And here's the first one. Swung on and a ground to first. And that's out number 1, stepping in the bag. And now we've got 1 down here in this 8th inning of a shutout ball game.
Now he's just putting on a show out there right now, Gary.
Swung on, hit in the air to right center. And that falls for a base hit. That brings up Julio Bourbon. Team leaders in home runs. How'd they do it last year? Well, let's take a look at our State Farm leaderboard. The Yankees, #1. Second, the Rangers. Third spot, the Red Sox. Fourth, the Jays. And at #5 on the list, the Rays.
Well, this team lives and dies with the home run ball. They were one of the top teams in the league last year at hitting the ball out of the ballpark, and they seem to want to continue that in this season. They have so much power and depth throughout this lineup that every one of these guys can hurt you.
And with that, Ian Kinsler will come to the plate.
Well, you would have to think with the speed that's on first base right now that they'll put him in motion to try to make things happen here in this game.
Cutter just misses, 1-0.
Okay, listen, he's made pitches. They've had a few base runners on against him, no question about it. They've got a few hits, but he's been able to keep them from putting.
Here comes the runner for the plate. And Murphy comes home.
Well, at the end of the year, we're going to be talking about the numbers this guy puts up, and it's because in these sorts of situations, he finds a way to get the job done.
Steve got a fly ball on that. Not easy to do in that pitch down where that was.
No, that's right. I mean, he went down and got it. He drove the ball and made an out, but at least allows the runner to advance.
Here's the first pitch. Now here's a grounder towards the hole. And it gets through. Keep the streak going. A moment here for Texas. Can they get it done?
Center fielder.
Now he's surrendered 3 straight hits. He's got to bounce back and get this guy. He needs an out.
RBI chance for Vladimir Guerrero. And Burley tries inside. That'll go for a ball.
Gary, I think right now that you've got to consider trading outs for runs if your pitch.
Swung on and hit. It's going to be Quentin. And there's the third out. So they scratch across a run. 3 hits and a couple left on. Texas able to make a slight bit of progress here. Still a long way to go. And welcome to those of you just tuning in. 2K Sports, Major League Baseball. This is Gary Thorne along with Steve Phillips and John Crook.
You know, Gary, I think you're losing a little something here. I don't think this guy's nearly as solid defensively as the one he's replacing, so interesting move.
And that'll put TN on first. That'll bring up Mark Kotsay.
Chicago White Sox.
Well, this is getting ugly right now.
Sharply towards the hole.
Well, you're talking about a guy who's swinging a pretty hot bat right now. His 3rd hit of this ball game, and it comes with nobody out in the inning.
Out on the mound, we've got Chris Ray. They've decided it's time to bring a new arm into this one. And he gets going against these White Sox hitters. What do you think's in store?
Well, hampered by injuries over the last.
Hit hard on the ground to short. And there's one. Decides not to try for the double play. Hangs on to it.
Well, they get the lead runner at second, but they just couldn't turn 2. No, they wanted to.
And it's Alexei Ramirez now, 1 away. He's gone 1 for 2 lifetime against Chris Ray. And Ramirez settles in. First pitch. Deep right. That's going to one-hop off the wall. And he's heading for third. The run scores.
Coming to bat for the Chicago.
Get to take a look at one here that probably should have ended at first base.
Well, he had the burners on coming out of the batter's box and rounding first base. Great aggressiveness on his part. He didn't let up, and he gets in safely.
No indecision when he got to first base.
That's how you get in safely to second.
And he starts Konerko out. That's it, foul by Konerko. Here's the 0-1 from Ray. Strike 2, no balls and 2 strikes. Konerko now will look to tighten up that zone.
Tough spot for the hitter right here. Down 0-2. You got to follow off that tough pitch if you have to.
Down on strikes there. Nice piece of pitching work.
But just a great sequence of pitches right there, and it only took him 3.
Boy, that's about as fine a job on the mound as you can get. First pitch to Quentin. That one lofted in the air. No, that one is foul. Strike 2 pitch, and Ray goes ahead on the count here. At the belt, Ray kicks and throws. Struck him out. He gets out of this with just a little hurt. So they scratch across a run. 3 hits and a couple left on. White Sox continue to... Looking on is Ron Washington. He's reflecting right now. Not likely a lot of positive reflections, however, in this game. Fastball just misses. 1-0.
I think right now offensively you've got to start getting base runners. Get as many as you can. I mean, you're down a ton, so you don't need big hits.
Jenks with a delivery. Ball 2.
Well, that's just some good old country hardball right there. Four-seam fastball up in the zone.
Swinging a drive, deep left center. And that's number 1.
Obviously, winning big right now. You just want to go out there, make plays, throw strikes, force them to try to put multiple hits together to get back into this game.
1 away. Michael Young gets set. His average last year, big time, 375 against the White Sox. Here's the delivery, and he leaves that one alone. Michael Young with good patience, evening the count. 1-2 the count. Ball 2. The 2-2 pitch. Well, he finished that one off with a strikeout. Nice pitch.
Number 3.
5 pitches to get the job done. Pretty fine sequence.
That was a great sequence of pitches, and as a hitter, you know every time you go up there, you want to try to get a hit or at least make the pitcher work. This one here didn't get it done.
It's going to be Green now. Good hard slider that time. He's in control in the count now. 0-2.
Fans are on their feet right now. They know 2 strikes on the hitter. They need to keep this thing going.
Swing and a foul straight back. Swung on and missed, and this game's history.
Fans going home unhappy in this one. Their offense just did not get it done as the opposing pitching just shut them down. Wow.
Now for our Pepsi Clutch performer, no surprise, you got to pick this one. Our fantastic display by Mark Burley got it done today.
Well, the heat was flowing in this game today. This pitcher came right out there with that great fastball and challenged these hitters. He did give up the 1 earned run, but the offense gave him just enough support that he needed to get a very impressive win.
When you take to the road, Steve, any win will do, but when you get this kind of offense, it's very satisfying.
Well, it also sends a message to your club and to that club that you showed up to play.
Now that time again, thanks for being with us today, Major League Baseball. For Steve Phillips, John Kruk, and the rest of our great 2K sports crew, I'm Gary Thorne. Thanks, everybody.